Hi everyone. Here, come a little closer. I have to admit that it's immensely difficult to make these videos. I have to now go into a sleepy sort of state and look at the things around me, or else I become distracted at the attempt to bare my soul to human existence. The only way that I'm able to do this is through language. The only way we can communicate in a dark cave is through words. Sometimes I ask myself if words are silly, but you have to consider that you're in a state of emergency and that conveying yourself is life or death. For the most part, conveying yourself is not life or death. But let's take some different examples, okay? Let's say you're taking a test somewhere and your pencil breaks and you have to convey to the proctor that you need a new one. Now, you can show them the pencil and point to it, but it's much quicker to say, I need a new one, I need a new one. Or in Spanish, necesito un nuevo, or esta cosa nuevo, this new thing. Or in Spanish, ani tarich, I don't know, I forget. My Hebrew is slipping. It's been a while. Being in Israel was pretty cool. I was playing basketball there one day, and that's when I had glasses. For all of you who don't know, I had glasses at one point. We were playing basketball, me and Aaron, my good British friend, and this kid Daniel, the little aggressive kind of younger guy who was okay. He ultimately went to the army, and he elbowed me in the face, and he got my glasses. And when you're under a visa for an extended period of time in a different country, and somebody messes with your glasses, it's really significant because, you're not at home and you can't just get a new pair. Those are your glasses. So you need those. So I had to sort of muster up the means to calm myself. Though at the same time, I was very angry. I watch the seconds tick by on this thing, and they don't go fast enough because people, they're interested in my words, but I have to go through all the trouble of speaking them. I use this example constantly when I have dialogues with people. If someone was an expert tennis player and was able to gain success and happiness and fame and fortune, which the former and the latter are two very different things, but from playing tennis, if you had never put a tennis racket in that person's hands, then he would just be a fruit fly on the wall. And that's really sad, that his being successful was contingent upon putting this object in his hand, where on some ethereal level, it's quite possible that we're all floating around special and that we don't have to necessarily constantly prove ourselves to one another. But at the same time, actions really are louder than words. Although words are different because they demonstrate what's inside of the mind, and actions can't always capture those images. For example, you can have a beautiful picture of a pastoral element in your mind, but someone asks you to paint it, and it comes out quite poorly, or more specifically, not contingent with what you had in your mind. So people say, well, this individual is not very artistic, or has a lack of creativity. But it's not the case. It's just that it can't be demonstrated. You know, I really just want to find happiness, and I was going to do it through the American dream, but now I'm living the American nightmare. I guess that's kind of funny. So I'll go back to, I guess I should explain that I've been to Israel twice. Once in my mid-20s, I was there for 5 months. Volunteering, it was more work-related. But I went earlier when I was 16, and that was for 6 weeks, and that was more of touring the entire country. I didn't have to work every day at a school, and I didn't live on a kibbutz. And there were lots more different types of people as opposed to just the 12 American volunteers and the people on the kibbutz and the people at the school that I was with. But that was the first time that I heard Tom Petty's "And you march me up to the gates of, and I won't back down. Come on, hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. You can march me up to the gates of hell, but I won't back down. Come on, hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out." And the first time I heard that actually was when we were going from Greece, and we were on the ship, and I was in my little dock, my little room, on the Exodus, and they were playing it through some sort of speaker in the wall, and I was like, wow. You know, and that's just sometimes. I learned about Bush from Robbie Hodgkins in 8th grade. 311. Bush was Mintu Joshi in 7th grade, and No Doubt was 7th grade from Brittany Lassiter. Those were 3 powerful years. Learned about a lot of great bands. You know, I've done so many wonderful things in my life up to, well, namely when I was younger. And then you get older and you become an adult. And it's discouraging because at 28 I'm supposed to be just starting my life, you know, writing these dissertations and writing these papers. But now I'm just absolutely having to start from scratch and to grovel and to, you know, going from being a professor of English at a university to a greeter at Walmart. You know, it's like you know, a doctor in the Holocaust who now has to polish metalwork. It's quite the twisty flip McNasty, to use my skate lingo. Mother chicken, I'ma get this set to my right so high. I'ma go on down up to the sky. I'm doing the things I wanna do, but you can't take me and you can't take you. I don't put it, but it ain't real. Gonna eat ice cream in the morning. Gonna sore throat, gonna get some oxycontin. content, cause that makes me hurt so crazy. Gonna go on down to the beach, being lazy. Camp is great. Camp Coleman. I just want to go back there, but I told you I'm exiled. I'm banned. I'm a donkey in the desert, yeah!